yourself bigger for higher quality?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always
I
thought
mean,
I made it
Just
smaller.
my
just short
model
as
is
hell.
4K.
Fucking all right. It is now time for the usual. It crashes once and then we load it again.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I
we
have
don't.
to figure out V Bridger, but it is me selecting the wrong one again. But being the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Part 11, voice acted. Y'all want to introduce each other while I get everything set up? We'll be good to go.
Oh.
You're not even plugging in. You're not even. There is no audio. Yeah, you have no audio. It's not even lighting up.
Okay. I am Costa. I am your average zombie monster boy looking to play video games, draw, sing, and all that fancy stuff. Also, give me your memories and souls. Easy peasy. Let's go.
Sharky, and my voice is a registered sleep aid in 3 time zones. Welcome on, everyone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's just a yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Shibu. I'm the sleepy wife. Chances are probably asleep.
Hi, wife.
Hi, wife.
I'm Nampan, I'm chef VTuber.
I'm Kios. I manage this adult daycare.
Oh, I'm.
Excuse me.
I'm hungry. Can
Yeah, I
we
know.
stop
I
for
need
ice cream?
You're the
Yeah,
chef.
What?
Well, I'm
What
Oni
in the
Heart.
Fuck, did
How's
we
it
get ice
going?
Wait. That's
I'm an
me
Oni.
already. Wait, you gotta give me the.
Yeah, right, Oni.
I'm
Oni's
streaming.
still trying to do his introduction while
Oh
everybody's
yeah,
just
give us
firing away
Oni. Gosh.
Susato.
Wait, Elbs, are you shadowing now?
Oni, introduce yourself to us, please.
Yeah, I'm Oni Heart. Yeah. I'm one of the 2 infinite Sakayasha twins.
Woohoo!
Good thing to be. All right, once we left off, now that we've stumbled our way through another freaking episode, we'll say thanks to our friends over at Capcom for hooking us up
I
and
wasn't here
reminding.
last Monday, so I don't know what the fuck's.
All right, way to go, just blaring right through it.
Capcom.
Capcom!
So, once we left off from last time, we saved our own skin, I guess, basically, and convinced the jury that they should reconsider their opinion. So, let's launch in, shall we?
Wait, who's doing what?
You're still Susato.
I'm gonna bleed some of my parts onto Shelby.
Yeah. I'm doing
Okay.
random drawers 1 through 7.
Okay. We've won.
What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Oh wait, shoot, you're...
Who's this?
So you're taking all the jurors, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't like that guy. No, thank you.
All right, Shark, you can keep juror number 1.
What are you playing at, you dandy fool?
I don't want to do this.
Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me.
But we had a consensus.
I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
Who gave him a knife and then what?
Yep.
Ryunosuke has a sword.
Don't kink shame.
Please tell me he's a barber.
Motherfucking Sweeney Todd up in this bitch.
Well,
Capcom.
in a quite remarkable turn of events, the defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah, they determine guilt or innocence by the scales of justice. It's weird.
Okay, Japan.
The Jurors now stand 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty.
What are these flames? What is this?
Fire magic.
Start of the trial, the Fire Nation attacked. Accordingly, there's no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate. And the trial must continue.
Okay, whatever you say, Dumbledore.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. So, Lord Van Zeeks continues to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
Who is that?
It's Alucard.
Lord,
What is Edward Cullen doing in our trial right now?
He's thirsty.
Since I'm usually quiet, I turned up my input volume. I hope it's not too loud.
no, perfect.
Interview with a vampire.
Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hollowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks, why have you smashed your chussy?
I forgot all about that.
Calm down, interview with a vampire.
In the immortal words of Gucci Mane, brr, is it cold in here or is it just me?
Gucci Mane.
Yeah. Famed 21st century philosopher Gucci Mane.
As your adequate tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during the summation examination. So I honored a deathly silence and listened to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury.
It's rude.
Yes, Sundere.
Well, no matter. There's nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle.
Oh.
He fancy.
I'm hot.
Oh no, he's hot! It's not inaccurate.
Bring forth the witnesses once more.
Yeah, we're in the UK currently with this one, dogs. All right, Bubba, do you want to be Beppo?
Beppis?
Yeah, do you want to be Beppis?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, he's the first one.
Witnesses.
I'm gonna give them all the same fucking voice, because I don't feel like it.
Okay.
I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you're Beppo.
Okay. Do you want to hear the voice?
I was so prepared, and then I saw him, and I'm like, no.
Oh, come on, he's perfect.
Do you want to hear the voice that I gave him?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. That I did, sure.
I believe in you. I believe in your inner Beppo. Just bring him out. Bring
Yeah,
your Beppo
just
out.
do you need to touch your inner Beppo?
I have no inner Beppo.
Oh, that's right. You only have Vegetus.
I only have Vegeta.
I can still take Beppo.
My
That's fine, that's fine.
pheromones have not changed.
You can have the old granny that I had before the shelves. She's fun.
I can't.
What are you trying to say about my wife?
She's Beppo-less. She ain't got no Beppos.
No Beppos.
I'm
No Beppos.
I'm
You know what?
Beppo-less.
You know what? You can be Susato again. I will be Beppo, and I will be the old lady. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, all is good. All is good.
If we'll do that, we'll slide you. There's a female witness coming up if you want to take that one then.
I can't.
I'm sorry? You want to try that again?
Okay. Casa's gonna be Beppo because I fucking.
All right. You can take Sasato, and then Casa will give you the next female witness. Because that's the next witness to come up, so it'll be fine.
Of course I heard it.
Oh, yes, sir. I heard it.
You, sir, on the end. The coachman. I believe it's Pepis.
Yes, sir, my lord, sir.
If it transpires that in your previous testimony you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Wait, I actually. Yes! In my Valentino white bag! What?
Okay. Oh, mio Dio. Oh.
Now then, witnesses.
In a
I
way,
hereby
Fred,
call you to
yes.
testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination.
Oh.
Junction, what's your function?
Various misgiving.
I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it.
What?
Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
Filled us on the fare, he did. And I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I tell you, I saw McGilden stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
Oh, yes. He stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
Why does your person have Parkinson's?
He's cold. You would... What?
Oh!
Good lord.
Counsel, make sense of this chicanery, please.
Vampire.
The phantom fifth passenger, conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend, never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cousinage?
Yeah, sure.
Is that how you- Cousinage?
What is that word?
I never seen it before. And I played this
Cousinage. Cousinage.
The Kazanuzi.
Cosnozy? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's cousinage.
Okay. Beppo, explain yourself.
Oh, well, you see, I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare?
Oh.
It's so cold in the last run of the day. It's always half empty.
It seems you have been dishonest, coachman.
I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire
Why is
guild.
everyone Irish?
What? with that mustache?
With the green and the fucking. Yeah.
I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
Bro, diamond on him, straight up. What?
4 passengers at 5 pence each. Yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, and I just can't make sense of the result. Whoa.
Whoa.
And I just can't make sense. The result comes out differently.
No, that figures.
Wow.
British air horns. to
I got
which it
you.
would appear
God bless the
No,
queen.
no air horns for that.
Content warning, British air horns. It would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been
Content warning.
explained.
Math.
Wait, we forgot our content warning.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Content warning. British.
Content warning, arithmetic. Let's move on. Counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summonation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see what we got.
I only carried for 4 passengers that night. I swear it. But
Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
Fiddled us on the fair, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I tell you, I saw McGillen stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
oh yes, could someone get me a heater, please? I'm just dreadfully cold. Anyways, yes, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so. Yes.
I mean, I think so.
Why is he so cold?
Because he's cold-hearted.
Get this man a space heater.
It's because I'm poor.
Poor people are cold and Italians have narrow urethras.
That's true.
That's true. Anyway, earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
I suppose.
Busted.
Busted.
I might. Yeah. Put the cart before the horses, maybe.
What's this?
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats of the roof deck.
Oh, I expect that was me, sir.
When I turned around, yes, I saw through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor and the knife just sticking up on his midriff. That's yes, and the fellow holding the handle was the famous man. Yes.
So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all?
I really thought I did, but when I go over it again in my head, That was an awful line. No, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now, you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Doubt. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, I have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it clear as Ballarat Day. It was a grim scene. I don't mind telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord.
I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw.
Oh, I can do that all right. I'll tell you just how grim it was. You think I forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man?
He was wearing bloody gloves.
Objection.
Good try, though. It was a very good try. We'll give him an A for effort. Blood-soaked hands?
Well, I meant that soaked. Maybe laying it on a little thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes. Right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-handed glove.
Ugh.
Keep munching that wood. What's going on, bro? In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
Ugh. But, no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here, then.
Ugh. That's right, you were quite clear about it. You said, ugh, it was both hands. Oh.
Lick his mouth.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection.
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying.
That's kind of how the law works, bud.
Yeah.
I am the law. Yes, it was both hands. It was only one, but the fact remains. The victim blood was on the accused.
Objection.
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Oh. Why? Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My words should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe.
Okay.
Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate.
Prevaricate.
Prevaricate. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate.
Casa, you're sliding back into the role of Susato.
Okay. Bye, Shelby.
Oh, bye, Shelby.
I
Shelby,
shall...
wave bye. She's tired. That's okay. We'll get you in next.
Love
Yeah.
you, Shelby. Goodbye, wifey.
He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case?
Mr. Naruhodo. If we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely.
Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. Oh, I have evidence.
Show us this evidence, Naruto Hodo-san.
My lord,
Yes, counsel.
the defense is ready to present the evidence.
By Jove, are you sure?
Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court.
Take that!
Take that! Yep.
Yes, I believe this evidence does indeed demonstrate a deception of sorts. That's alliteration.
It is.
The deception by the defense that it is in any way competent.
Wait, what?
Deception that won't pass muster in the British court of law, my unlearned friend.
Oh, I have to probably investigate it first.
Here's to that
Probably.
message being carved into your mind.
Uh,
I'd like to congratulate you on recreating your
Mr.
Jussie from
Naruhodo?
all its broken pieces.
I wonder if perhaps there are some details we've overlooked in the court record. Do you think it might be wise to check over all the evidence again?
yeah, it looks like I need to thoroughly examine every piece of evidence we have. Alright, fine, I'll investigate it this time.
Very well. We call on the defense to present its evidence. Right this time, sir.
This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry.
Oh dear, do you really think we ought to look inside?
Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder.
I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholm's name inside.
Well, let's see what we find. Dread first.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it?
Better than gentleman's sausage. Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off.
Goodness,
What is it?
look at this! Do you see the name here?
Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually.
Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment.
Oh, yeah, of course. The banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas. And look, the repayment date is fast approaching.
It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information.
The details of the debtor's ledger have been updated in the court record.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Take that!
Okay, maybe now? This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Ugh.
What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused?
No. Well, it's barely worthy of being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Ugh. Well, what of?
Well, let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist?
This parrot ceases to be!
Make it cease immediately!
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
He's tall.
Order! Order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Hey, I gotta use the restroom real quick. If we need to keep running, Oni,
It
you wanna
is
grab my parts for a minute?
because I think Keo stepped away.
I can hold the judge for a minute if you need to step away.
Yeah, I just need a couple of minutes, so if he comes back and needs to get rolling, just take it away, buddy. Be right back.
Yeah, except the way I had to tuck Shelby in.
It's okay. Sharky had to step away for a second.
Okay. That's totally fine.
Yes, my lord.
A lot.
Sharky just told me to hold the judge till he gets back.
Or if you want, you could play an ad at this point if you want to not interrupt your content.
Oh, I don't mind. I do not mind at all, because, like, I pull the VOD straight from Twitch. I'll, get up and get a snack. Bubba, you want a snack? I'm gonna make a special Yagi real quick.
Yeah.
All right, should we take like a couple minutes then, maybe 2 or 3?
I don't know. All I hear is the sweet, soothing ASMR of Bruce Fairplay biting
Eating
on
that
his cane.
metal cane.
That's perfect. I might need to get into character. Hold on.
For it. Wait, are you? Just thinking like of the sound effect of him just like eating it and going.
Yes, you see, it was like this. She.
You know what that mouth do though?
Nom 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 nom.
What you find out?
Nom 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 nom.
I wonder, do he have a wife though?
He's married to his bank and 20 guineas.
And the 20 guineas. Ugh. All right, let's bring the jacket back. I'm cold. Wait, no. Instead, I cried. Whoops.
Crying? Why are we crying?
Because I can't eat the cane.
Do you guys want to see how sad I can get? I can get sad too.
We getting sad? We sad gamers up in here? Okay. Everybody's sad. Wait. No. You got angry at first. I'm so angry. I'm crying.
I'm Madge. It's Madged. Smashed.
No, it's sweating. It's sweating. We're stressed. What's going on?
I think I can put my evil
I can
eyes
put the
on this
blush
one,
on
too.
here. It doesn't really work out though. It looks kind of bad.
I can also put blush.
Blush. Let's blush, gang.
We blushing. 1 second. Let me get away. There we go. We blushing.
Time for full body blush. Full body blush.
Full
let's
body.
go.
Oh, the full body. Hey, yeah. Wait, did I push the wrong button? No, we're good. Okay. Whew. Don't want to accidentally be shirtless again.
Imagine if I became accidentally shirtless.
I would be in danger.
I'm in danger. All right, everybody. Welcome to Kios's stream, where we are totally off topic and definitely not being shenanigan trolls. I mean, what? Give me your souls. I mean,
I
give
want
me your
s'mores.
cheers. Yay.
Delicioso.
Someone asked me why non-pawn has a coin in their hair, and so when I go to the vending machines, I can stick the money inside, pick them out and do, and then pull my hair back out.
I heard y'all talking about crying, and I wanted to share probably the best advice I've ever gotten
Yeah?
from my father. He said, son, the lap dance is so much better when the stripper's crying.
Speaking of strippers,
Oh
my
my
friends took me to a strip club on
How do you
Friday.
just coast past that statement? How do you just do that?
Been there, done that, probably,
it.
right?
Yeah, but you're right. It's probably just commonplace at this point. Anyway, continue, Casa.
Oh, I just heard strippers and it triggered the memory because it happened so recently. I've never been to one before, and they're just like, "Let's go. It'll be a birthday present to me." And I'll be like, "Wow, why do you want me to go?
Make
I'm
sure
gay."
you make him cry.
The first time I got taken to a strip club, I was slammed. I was so drunk, but I did see some Capcoms.
Maybe that's why they started to cry.
Awesome
They were doing their business, and then Casa said they were gay, and that's why they started to cry.
Yep.
Mm.
They might have thought that I was gay.
Shout outs to our sex working friends.
Yeah. They had some good looking booba.
Oh yeah, definitely, and some nice moves.
They were flexible.
Did,
Super flexible.
Did
Sharky make it back yet, or are we gonna get banned?
Sharky said that he might need a few more minutes, so just I can hold his shit while he not his
Alright.
shit. I can hold his
We'll hold it
whatever.
down. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Ellipsis. Angry ellipsis.
Your silence speaks volume.
That's what I said.
You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right, let's not make melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch,
A pinch?
but it makes no difference.
It's because I have yogurt in my mouth, Sharky.
I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilded's hand. Both of them.
Objection.
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
He's biting it because he's hungry.
Huh. I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Do you want to keep going with it? Or
No,
you
go
wanna
ahead.
take
It's all
a break?
you. Unless you're busy and need to drop.
No, I'm good. That was just I just needed a few minutes.
No, go ahead. It's all you, bud.
Yeah, Mr. Bust.
The thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself. As it happens,
Seeing what?
the blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yeah, I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one.
What? What?
It would appear that if you're not first, you're last.
Hmm.
We're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and did not see.
This judge ain't taking their shit.
He's over it.
Do I make myself perfectly Capcom?
Yards.
Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yeah. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. What the
What
witnesses really saw.
There's blood on. Oh, the music's going faster. Wow. There's blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctively remember it. However, I suppose you might say I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired. If that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself, no. Not until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact remains. There can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Or so they think.
Well, lo and behold. In truth of fact, not one of you witnesses saw the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated.
I apologize, my lord, but honestly, ugh, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. Ugh, that much incriminating evidence is a tantamount to saying we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about.
Let's examine the interior of the omnibus once more. Ew. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witness's accounts.
That's what happens when you eat Chipotle, kids. Be warned. Bloody
Decided to
farts.
blow up.
Did they have Chipotle in the 1860s?
Yeah, it was banned for a couple hundred years until they thought to bring it back.
We all know there are no spices in the United Kingdom, so how did the jalapenos arrive?
Imagine invading foreign countries for spices and then not using them in any of your cooking.
That's why the British that didn't appreciate that moved to other countries.
And this is why the Empire collapsed. Well, and all the other atrocities, but, go on, Mr. Dracula.
In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord. What the witnesses really saw.
There's blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctively remember that. However, I suppose you might say I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing blood on both the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we would all have seen.
Hold it!
And everything you saw the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus?
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes. I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh? Why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
Are you saying the omnibussy was closed?
The omnibussy was gorilla grip shut.
It was after hours.
You were closed out, were you?
The omnibussy. After dark.
My brain is thinking of all the evidence from earlier.
It was locked?
That's right. And it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play. You can laugh now.
Aha!
Yeah, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up to the roof of the deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can assure you, I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard.
Like my
Cane!
Oh,
Like your cane!
Like my cane.
Like my cane!
Like my cane.
you appear to be bending your cane with your teeth whenever you're upset.
And if there was anything else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed. Unequivocal, I would say.
Unequivocal.
Sorry, I gave you all the big tough words.
It's fun.
I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Welcome back, Dan.
Wonderful job there, non-pawn.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? No! Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You were riding this omnibus
See,
and witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
In that case, there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
My golly, really?
Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Not hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh.
So nice of him.
well, we'll uphold the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional plan of the omnibussy.
Oh, that's easy.
That's so easy.
Yep.
Where exactly in this bussy are you suggesting the potential extra passenger could have been situated?
Right behind the balls.
underneath them. It's so easy.
Take that!
Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here. That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses could have been completely unaware of it.
Ugh.
Oh,
Objection!
It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have been forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
That's racist.
excuse me, sir, that's racist.
British.
I concur that this is a racist statement. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. Unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Can you, Mr. Naruhodo?
I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? Well, we know one person who was there. I understand, my lord. The defense would like to put forward a name. Wait, where did he get a new chalice from?
Maybe he has like 6 of them down there.
Oh, God.
Collectible chussies.
Yo, what is this? Takahata's bar or something?
What's it like there?
I don't know, never been.
Either.
You
Me neither.
are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations.
Well, I haven't been invited, but it's a cool little setup.
A toast to hard lessons not yet learned.
Yeah, yours.
Let's not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger on the other seat.
Very much so, Dan. Very much so. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... Just blame it on Chief Lord Justice Dickhead.
He's 52? What?
Damn, son. That makes him granddaddy.
Are these all of
You-
your options?
He's older
Yeah.
than freaking,
Oh,
the
it's
accused-
obvious who it is.
Yeah,
Take that!
it's Magnus McGilded.
Yeah.
The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witness on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Mi-
Mr. McGill did?
Talking about, counsel. That's the name of the defendant.
Don't worry, I've got a plan.
Objection!
Bro!
If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollow chussie, do not forgive, or do forgive the discourtesy.
Well done. Lord Van Zeeks.
You splattered your juicy all over that lamp.
People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own.
All right,
this
we're
guy's-
getting a
this
little
guy's a
bit
jackass.
racist here, bud.
Terrible loser.
But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
What are you trying to say? You want to fight? Whoop your ass.
Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand.
I'm gonna
CEO.
smack
Yeah,
this
okay,
guy.
says the guy that
I'm
eats
gonna hurt this guy.
boiled potatoes and lamb.
When the bully's scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It is the very premise on which this case is built.
Objection.
But that premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, Counsel?
The defendant's gloves, my lord.
Loud ellipsis.
Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claim that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection.
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains.
Objection.
The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth.
Loud ellipsis.
It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection.
And who was this third party?
I don't know. Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary. Order! Order! What exactly are you postulating?
A
Objection.
good word.
Postulating pustules.
Defense postulation is just that. Nothing more than a conjecture.
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 The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection.
But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Happy Easter.
Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
What particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
Come along, Knock. Conjecture gets us nowhere. And you call yourself a hatter?
Style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
How can you be so sure?
Because if there had been, the accused, Mr. McGilded, would have undoubtedly have offered to depose the fact.
Explain why that is not possible.
Narcolepsy.
Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed to even notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
He's right. There was another person traveling in that enclosed cabin of the omnibussy, It's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it. Darky.
Order! There's clearly a simple solution to your problem.
Bring the accused, Mr. McGilded, to the stand.
Well, what say you, counsel?
The prosecution objects, my lord.
Shut up.
On what grounds?
As a suspect, he will already have made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act.
Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilded to testify or not? Yeah, let's ask him. Run him up the flagpole. Yeah, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. I have a question. I have to poop.
That's not a question, sir.
It is now. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Ah, yes, need a little time to consider this.
Wait, oh,
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
The man out here, I say.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony. Something needs doing. Get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
hearing what the patron of my favorite little park has to say. Oh yes, that would be lovely.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. I'm so used to doing the judge, I forgot how to be young. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once.
Who was Mr. McGilded last time?
Me.
I don't
Yeah, it was
remember.
Oni.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. A deliberate omnibusy.
There were two omnibuses. It's a fake.
I just want to let you know, Casa, that @AdmiralJester on the Twitter.com has described you as the tiniest, really. Good morning, Werfa. Go follow Werfa. Werfa's adorable. Does anybody need a break, or are we good to go?
I'm good.
Good to go.
All right.
Rounding up at this point. So, let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
To be sure I have, my lord.
There are two matters in which the court desires to hear from you. The first. Wait, he left. Number one. Whether or not there is a third party with you in the omnibussy as proposed by the defense. Second, if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police?
Begad, no. 'Tis not in my nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all, or do I keep it quiet?
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded?
Yeah, the music's really good in
Vampire
this game.
ellipses.
I hope you're having a good morning,
The fine
Warfa.
fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage, on the night, with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true.
Aye. It was me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened.
You? What?
Oh my god, get me out of this stupid country.
That's slamming ellipses. No, Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can't save you now.
I'm angry.
I'm truly sorry. So I am, Lord Van Zykes.
It was me, McGilded.
I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was... Spit it out, man.
It was me.
Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see.
What?
If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into the here courtroom just like myself. I was only trying to spare that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
Very confused.
Ellipses.
What?
And who's this young child of whom you speak?
That I don't know.
You don't know?
Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. I never saw her before since.
You have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness statements to be disregarded by the court.
Hey, what you mean by that? I'm telling the truth. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in his courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
Ah! Smoke! Ah, fire! There's a fire! Look, someone's trying to get away! What is going on? Weapons.
Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Don't let the government scan it.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
Call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff.
amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. To be continued. I'm gonna get up and grab a quick snack. Ooh, and unlock my hips. Good lord. If anyone needs a drink or a quick stretch. Oh dear. There we go.
Yeah, I'll go
Oh.
grab some water. I'll be right back.
BRB.
The what?
I don't want to understand.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Now I must angrily look at my Twitter.
Tutor.
This NREL person, hello? You have made an enemy of the zombie! I will let them know. Fourth month. I know who you are now. I will be watching. Another segment before we call it the actor's performance.
I do feel what chicanery you've all been up to while I've been gone.
What?
I was telling this NREL person that I'm watching. I'm always watching.
Looks like I have another tweet here asking when the very small VTuber is going to be back on. Don't worry, you can catch Casa on
You're
own
lying.
stream.
You're lying. You're lying.
And he's also here every Monday night.
You're lying. There's no way. Where? I don't see this.
Hate it.
You get so worked up about it. It's adorable.
I'm not small.
I can fit you
I
in my
mean-
pocket.
I'm 6'3".
I don't know.
Pocket.
One of my arms is about half of your whole body in width.
Hold on a moment. Can I make my way over there? 1 second. Let me see. Hold on. Like, okay, I can't make my way over there.
Damn, that sucks, huh?
I can get a little closer. There we go. Like I can at least get over here.
It's okay. Hato's only 5'10". It's fine.
This is as far as I can get.
She's only
There go
5'10".
that.
It's fine.
Nampan's like, what are you about, like solid 4 foot?
Wait, too far. Sorry, Kios. 1 second. I'm moving.
But what I lack in height, I have the mass. Two big ones.
Exactly.
Can't see them, but I got booba. I'm pushing the wrong button. This one. There we go.
I'm back.
But it's there.
No, I'm not opening up the door to the FBI.
But what if they have FBI edition Girl Scout cookies?
Oh, damn.
FBI edition Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I get the mint chocolate ones.
the Thin Mints.
Thin
Thin Mints
Really
Mints?
good.
slap, dude.
So good.
Look,
Man, now I'm hungry.
there are two types of people in the world. There are people that love mint and chocolates together, and there are people that are just fucking weak and need to stop.
When people tell me that they think mint ice cream tastes like toothpaste, I just assume they don't brush their teeth because it doesn't taste like toothpaste.
It doesn't.
Right? Right? Wait, you know what? Somebody recently turned me on to fucking pistachio flavored ice cream. I
Pistachio
always
joke.
was like
The nut ice cream?
the
Yeah.
nut. Who would ever have guessed that nuts are delicious?
I mean, I could take a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to explain that?
No.
Why can't you maintain eye contact with me? Uh-oh. Someone have some explaining to do?
No.
You know, just gotta taste some nuts sometime.
Yeah,
Ow.
some nice salty nuts.
Yeah, salted nut. Hey.
Pistachio is.
I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. I gotta eat lots of nuts.
I'm
You
sure
gotta
you
get your
do.
protein somehow.
Yeah, gotta get your protein somehow.
Yeah.
What are Samoas?
I'm really excited for when you figure out what lentils are.
What are Samoas?
They are like caramel chocolate and coconut drizzled Johns.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
You know what? I love hearing Kyo talk because then I get to hear somebody else actually use the word John.
John's great, dude. I love it.
I don't. Every time I say that word, everybody's like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
John tough.
Hey, Chris, can you bring me some Samoas and at the same time give me your soul?
I don't know if they're called Samoas anymore due to political correctness. I forget what I think they're called caramel delights now.
That sounds delightful.
It's really good. Lentils are really good too, like you said, Dan, in soup. Like a nice lentil soup.
Yeah, that's the only way I'll eat them. Other than that, I don't really. I'm not a fan of lentils.
Yeah, they're kind of like weird by themselves, but with like a nice soup base. With a little bit of heat.
I'm just thinking about like foods you should not eat before you sing, and those are definitely them. Too much milk.
There's a lot of things you shouldn't do to your throat before you sing.
I think eating popcorn's definitely one of them, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Singing tonight.
Tonight.
Wasn't prepped for the idea of singing.
Midway through the stream, do we just break out in song like a Disney movie?
You probably could at one point.
Time for show tunes.
Yeah, I think it's allowed. I think we could do a show. We could do a number.
Song.
We could call Anders in. I think you and Anders are almost in the same register.
I haven't seen Anders in forever.
Yeah, they still around. The Goblin wants caramel delights. Yeah,
Who's the goblin?
you.
I'm a gremlin. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Gremlin,
more like Goblin
Goblin,
D's nuts.
Nut.
Ladies nut.
Yeah, the I Ladies Racing series.
Anya, I want to say you do a very, very good Mr. McGilded, but I'm fucking annoyed by your character now. Like, what are you doing?
Bruh.
What are you doing?
Sorry, you guys waiting on me? I've been here for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
I apologize.
Oh, it's all good.
It's all good. I'm trying to, like, just look at Mr. McGilded. Fucking just look at him.
I'm just scrolling through Twitter, definitely not being bombarded with furry porn. Whoever's retweeting it, stop. Pasa.
What? Hold on. I will not yet let you make these baseless lies. You will stop immediately.
Dear Twitch.television. It's Casa has been retweeting furry porn.
You can go to my Twitter right now and know
Again,
that's a lie.
I
It's
don't
definitely not
because
me.
there's
You
a
just
bunch of
see
furry porn on it.
Big muscle ladies with big boobies.
You see, Casa, I would go to your Twitter to prove a point and be in your defense, but I also don't want to see the chance of furry porn.
It's not there.
Oh, speaking of, if you like, not just specifically big muscle women, please don't objectify people like that. But if you are into bodybuilding and people that are enjoyable, definitely check out our friend Kittybit Games, a fellow Capcom creator. She lifts and Herman's Royello, the VTuber. They're a fabulous, fabulous duo of video gamers and cosplayers. 18th February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey. Defendant's antigen.
Man.
What on earth just happened in there?
Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened.
Did you fart?
No.
Miss
What the heck?
Susato.
Women don't fart.
Lies. Fucking
I was
lies.
told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke.
No.
A smoke grenade? It sounds like that sort of thing that ninjas use.
They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long.
But who would have done something like that?
The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Was it McGilded? Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl out of around 15, I hear.
No, another 15-year aged.
Oh
female
boy.
voice.
Oh boy.
I guess
Is it Ted
Giselle's
Nugent's
back.
wife?
No, it's Giselle Brett. Gotta be.
Oh god. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that McGilded was talking about?
My thoughts exactly.
So he wasn't lying. Oh. What's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things we need to ask him about, but he's not here.
I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions. Along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial?
I'm not at liberty to answer that question.
Yeah, right. She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
Is it your psoriasis?
Well, actually, the doctor said that it should be fine.
Oh, good. What's that then?
The 20 pence.
Oh,
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo.
Mr. Beepo.
Beepo boppo.
Beepo Sleepo.
He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly.
But now it seems there are in fact 5 passengers.
Which means the figures don't seem to add up again.
He's right. That is strange. Darky?
Who's bailiff?
So for the defense, kindly proceed to the courtroom.
Oranges and lemons sound
Trial will
really good.
recommence in 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away.
Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of this trial.
We'll know soon enough, Miss Susato.
Yes!
Yes. All right.
I'm very excited for what happens next.
She's like a Muppet, dude. 18th February, 1 p.m. You'll barely caught.
Who the hell?
There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look. He must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
To that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord?
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke, which veiled proceedings earlier.
It seems to be an advanced form of a smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army.
Gracious, the army! What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand.
Your name, girl?
So, who's gonna be her?
You're responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom.
So far, I'm every woman in this trial.
I just say we could give it to Oni if you want. So I think
Oni, are you a girl? We doing it?
I can. I
Only
did-
gets the McGilded stand.
I get
What?
the.
yes.
It's the meaning. It's deplorable behavior.
yeah, I don't care. Whoever wants to jump on it, jump on
Just
it. I
like
guess.
Nina, I can do it again. Well,
Yeah,
except not
I don't
right.
care. Whoever wants to take the big one.
Oh, I
It sounds like bait.
I'll do it. If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that. 'Tis all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your
I think
testament.
Imp's asleep, and this is a shorter
You
part.
explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in this case.
Let's see.
Just what did happen then? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information thing. The young girl.
The night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibusy and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up from the fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across from me. And I turned to find out that there was a scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding their wee self away.
Ellipses. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibusy. Is that correct?
'Tis exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord.
Very well. Defense may now cross-examine the witness. You ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no? I have no idea where to start.
Ellipsis.
The young girl.
On in question, I took the back seat in the omnibusy and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and the wee scream woke me up from the fast start.
A loud thud, you say? And a scream?
Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? 'Twas like the sound of some fella falling to the ground and some sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed?
Well now, you remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me from and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream?
You see it above you on the roof deck, I presume.
It's our stream now.
No, it's not.
I said our. I'm sharing.
Behave, young Casa.
Sharing.
Sharing is caring, but do not steal, sir.
Is it stealing if you give it back?
Yes?
Above me? No, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before me eyes. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on a seat across from me.
Hold it!
You... I'm sorry. You sat him up? The victim, you mean?
Yeah, I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I couldn't plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And, you know, you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you?
Yes.
'Tis common courtesy, so it is.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Aw. Ora.
Do your best, Mr. McGilded. Ara, please.
Ora. Lord
Oh,
Van
yeah.
Zykes. Now, why would that be?
You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well, now, as you know, something of a special line of business.
Of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest.
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer 'em, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in the tangle of trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Everett's alive now. I always intended to report it, so I was. Only I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are. There are some details I wanted to understand before anybody else got to middling. The wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yeah. Screamy says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing.
Then I turned to find out that scream came from, and bless my soul, what did I find?
Hold it!
I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now, this is a queer thing. The wee scream I had was as I woke
Would you
up.
call me?
No.
It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Good gracious.
Under your backside?
Yeah, under me ass, if you didn't understand.
Oh, okay, that's better. Thanks.
And when I lifted the seat on which I've been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage.
Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Yeah, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence.
This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside.
You're gonna look inside the what?
The
backside.
pussy.
Also,
Sorry,
I'm not a
technical
goblin, I'm a gremlin.
What?
I've got nothing here.
And that's when I found her. There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding away her wee self.
Hold it!
And no one mentioned this before? You say she was hiding herself?
Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim light, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well, me heart nearly stopped beating in my chest.
Ugh. You're really overreacting this.
Still and all, I pulled her up from under there. And I sat her on a seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her.
Such a good turn of phrase, a chin wag.
Huh?
The seat opposite?
That's right. Right next to the dead gentleman there.
Bro!
This young girl next to a
I,
corpse? Sir?
Yes.
Chimney Christmas.
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fella's voice this time.
Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats and promptly pooped his pants.
Aye, that sissy did scream that loud. I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and a gentleman with a knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witness did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everybody understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl.
After that, of course, with the scream of from the gentleman over us, The driver realized something was wrong and pulled over the horses.
Do wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm a little hungry, and tired, and I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
You want some Cheez-Its?
Nah, I'm good. I had chips and salsa and special Yagi. Being the defendant's lawyer and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony, let's just say it's trying.
Certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGilded before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. We must just try to learn all the facts we can. That is an awkward sentence.
When we arrived in London this morning, I didn't see my day panning out like this.
Mr. Naruhodo, no grumbling, even in your head.
She definitely owns a strap. How did you know?
It's written on your face.
Oh, that's right. We already been through that one.
Yeah, I just forgot to press this one. And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board?
Well, no. Cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either.
Ooh, that changes things.
That's what he said from the beginning, didn't he?
Maybe I don't remember proper. That's you, Sharky.
Oh,
Sharky said they'd be right back.
Yeah.
Someone wants to sub in.
You were the first.
You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Same brain cell.
Absolutely.
And that's why I took the back side as I did. Tis the most comfortable, so it is.
I too like the backside. It's very comfortable.
Is that so?
Yeah. Hey, right behind you.
I'm sorry,
So-
can you reach that high?
Yeah, I can. Here, hold on.
Don't you
Why don't we just... Oh, what's going on here? Whoop, whoop.
That? What's that?
That staring at my wiener. Gross.
Okay, I'm putting it back too.
There we go. You don't want to know.
Yeah, you're right.
Adult things were happening, Sharky. Could you explain exactly what you meant by the back seat?
By all means, tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, tis the most comfortable and where I feel the most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well.
Thank you. I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my head. However, at least one conundrum remains.
There's a bird in this room.
Who is this girl?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord.
I was certain it was going to be Giselle Brett.
She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses.
Oh, a pickpocket.
What's commonly called a pickpocket.
All right, I'll just wait for the line next time. What?
This girl here is a petty thief.
I like her socks. Her outfit's really cute.
Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question!
I don't like when people yell
Is
at
that
me.
a gun?
Ah!
Just shoot the judge?
How dare you? What is the meaning of this?
Huh?
Yeah! Girl is gone!
How does this happen?
All right, who won, sir?
I mean,
I'm not taking it.
I can.
You got Oni.
Okay. Wait, but how do we know this is even her? Oh, whatever. Open your eyes. I'm over here.
Gracious, how?
What was the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you all lot are thinking. Growing up's all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught in a job. She got herself backed into the corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on. That's what's in your heads, ain't it?
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast.
Get smoked, loser. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I desire is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright. Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs?
Oh, this? Yeah. This was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheeled drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best.
Don't wave that thing in my direction again.
Well, they not taking it away from her yet.
That's what my wife says all the time.
So,
Yo, have a great night, Dan. Thanks for hanging with us. Yeah, we only have like 5-10 minutes left ourselves.
you admit you were riding the omnibus on the night in question?
That they, them, omnibussy.
Tis I, lass. You can tell them the truth now. It's just like the Irishman said.
Court accepts that this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, is a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibussy on the night in question.
Woo!
Alright, if I have to.
You do.
Gary Omnibussy.
So I snuck inside the carriage, and before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for the troubles that night. I'll tell ya, I couldn't see a blind thing in their hiding place. It's pitch dark in there. Then after a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just...
Came out.
It's just because of that swell found me. He did help me get away, mind.
Yeah, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
'Tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact.
How?
As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a demonstration is called for.
This is where I sat that night.
And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath this seat, I presume. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I'd parked me ass on that seat for the duration. So you see, that's why I let this last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question?
No, my lord. Not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness!
What a perfect gentleman.
My lord. This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Yeah, boy, one more to go. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner.
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury is consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Damn.
Mr. Naruhodo, this, well, it must mean.
It must mean what?
I can't read. That we're victorious.
I don't keep you around for your reading skills.
I want to do a summation exposition or whatever it was.
We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
No, shut up. We won. Go away. What? Get your feet off the table.
leg!
If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offense, pray, do forgive today's courtesy. This really is a consummate example.
Of what? Bad manners?
Of the one monumental flaw in British jujutsu practices. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotions rule the day.
Emotion? Like real emotion?
I know that rhythm is the only way my heart will know.
The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
What does that mean? His true nature.
What?
What does that mean?
Hank Hill, do you think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission?
That boy needs therapy. Purely psychosomatic. Avalanches, look him up.
After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police.
This is all you know. Not Hank Hill. Even better.
Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witnesses put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Okay.
Lord.
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilden's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
What?
Order. How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty.
Bum bum bum. Yo, GG's everybody. We'll wrap
Well
it
done,
here.
friends.
Yeah, we'll hang it on that note. Well, thank tonight. A pretty good time. Made some serious progress too. Over what, about 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all. Okay, so y'all wanna extroduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'll go first since I really gotta dip in a second.
Yo, get some rest, homie.
But it is me, Oni Hart. It's always fun. Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed.
Hey, I'm Sharky. I also need to dip out. I promise I'm not nearly as old as I sounded today, and thank you all for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm Non-Pun. I'm a shift VTuber. I play JRPGs and gacha. I play a lot of Phantasy Star.
I'm Itskasa, your friendly zombie monster boy, and I play lots of JRPGs myself, a lot of shooty games, and just variety in general. I also do some singing and drawing. I do art streams here and there. If that's your jam, say hi. Anywho, over to Kios.
Yeah. Y'all have fun, and Casa, don't forget to put the step stool back when you're done using it. You're 5'4". Anyway, now that I've muted. Anyway, thank you all so much for hanging around with us. It's been a pleasure having you. And we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do some Stranger of Paradise. We'll do some Monster Hunter Rise with our fellow Capcom creators and community. And we will also be trying to sneak in some Elden Ring. So hopefully y'all had a great time tonight. Thank you for the hosts, the raids, the subs, the gift subs. Y'all are super terrific. If you haven't already, join the Discord, hang out with us, become part of the fun. And if you want to catch up on our playthroughs and a bunch of extra cool stuff, definitely feel free to check out the YouTube. Toss a subscription on that bad boy, why don't you? We already thanked our friends at Capcom for being just absolutely terrific friends and hooking us up and providing a cool and awesome place for us to grow. We'll also thank our friends over at Skytech for hooking it up as well. Check them out if you need a PC, either custom built or nicely built. Damn it. If you are a big fan of drinking beverages like I am, as humans we need to consume liquids to live, check out our friends over at Grinding Coffee Co. and nerdteas.ca. And lastly, but not leastly, if you want to support me and the growth and continued prosperity of the stream, as well as giving us cool content and the ability to do more with the stream, check out some things on the Throne wish list to make my life easier or the stream's life much more creative and productive. But anyway, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.